welcome everybody to the Ivan Files.
Well done.
One thing we want to do is to give our condolences and our wish the best for everybody that was put out of a job and all that thing. And Ilwaco,
Yes.
that was an unfortunate incident, and unfortunately, a lot of crabs aren't caught as a result of it. But it's and a lot of people aren't working as a result of it, and so we wish them the best and blessings to everybody. And we want to kind of start with that anyway. One thing we want to talk about a little bit today is the Fourth Amendment.
Okay.
No, the
14th.
14th Amendment. Yeah,
But,
right.
4,
The 4th
14.
plus 10.
Whatever.
Yeah,
They're all the same, right?
Yeah.
No, not so
Yeah,
much.
like an
You
itch
want to
on
read
my-
that a little bit there?
Sure. Which part you want me to take? Section 1?
Yeah, that's enough till we can get started on it.
Section.
Just say, is it happening to this day?
Article 14, Section 1. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state within they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of the citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws.
You asked the guy with dyslexia to read it.
I think I nailed it though. I only messed up like 4 of those
Until
words.
You started reading. You did well.
Hey,
Yeah, you
hey,
did.
I have my moments.
Yeah.
Some of those multi-syllable words though, they get me.
Syllable.
Oh! It's weird because I can read them better than I can speak them at times.
So that was a significant amendment because it provided for everyone 21 or over could vote if they were male. And it didn't mention only if they were male, but it did mention that. And so that was still coming on to develop our democracy, you know.
Yeah.
And that didn't fully get implemented until 1920.
Wow.
And the females then, males and females, got to vote equally.
See, now I'm going to throw a little nut into this, a little wrench, nut, whatever. I said nut because of the male and female. Yeah. Here's the thing about that. You say that the males were allowed to vote, but I got to tell you, the women probably told the males how to vote. Yes, ladies, that is true. So let's just remember that.
Well,
They hold back the pootie if they don't vote the way that you want them to vote.
yeah, right there. Well, the Greeks, the Greek women had a method of convincing the males to do what they wanted.
It's just that it's, I know you're my dad, but there's a lot of power in the sugar bowl.
Yes, that's right. That's right. And it worked for the Greeks, but that democracy only lasted 90 years.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah.
That's all you need. Yeah. The good times rolled.
The good times.
Yeah.
Woo, them were the good times.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're not yet there completely, but it was one thing. My Washington State, the pageant of America. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway,
Oh man.
Anyway, it's the black population, the Negro population, was appended there by the people who wrote that book, so to make sure that that's when the equality sort of thing could come out. Now, equality is, people mistake that for economic equality. There is no such thing. But there is equal treatment under the law. That's what that means. Anyway, and for females too, once you got that amendment passed, which one was it? I don't know. Anyway, it's in there.
So you didn't remember that one.
Yeah. And on your comment, females have, it is said, a bigger area that can facilitate words, discussion, wit. And so the females have always had, generally, more wit than the males have.
Well, hell, that's because they have to live with the male.
Yeah,
Gotta have a little more
I mean,
wit.
you gotta have a lot of wit.
yeah. And it's like,
It's like riding a surfboard sometimes. You got tax season, you got Christmas, you got Easter, you got summertime with lots of barbecues.
Christmas and Thanksgiving.
You got the occasional traffic ticket that isn't fit into the budget. Not that I've ever known to have one.
Yeah, and the Halloween.
Allegedly,
Halloween.
yeah.
Yeah, hallowed is in that Lord's Prayer.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. I just wondered if you knew that.
I do that. I
Just-
know the Lord's
Just
Prayer real
testing
well.
you. Just testing you.
That's the one prayer that he said to use.
It's a good prayer.
And you know where he said to use it? In the closet.
In the closet.
Yeah. What he meant is you go to a quiet place. The Pharisees were out there blasting away on Judaism and so on, but he says, you don't do that. Here's the prayer. You say it silently. You say it not being seen as being
in front of a bunch of
religious-
people.
Yeah. That they were doing it all wrong.
Yeah.
So guess who else is?
Ooh.
We are.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it's not meant to do that. I don't think I'm misinterpreting that, but don't they always do that in church and everywhere else? Them big prayer for the when the president takes office and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Where did they get that idea? It's-
Don't wanna look good.
yeah, that's not what it said. Anyway, so want to know if Amendment 14 are people being treated right?
Are people being treated right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, under the law, yeah. I mean, as that's written, I believe so. Right?
Uh-huh.
People have to be prosecuted to have their freedoms taken away. That seems to be pretty much what's going on.
Why then, if they are not prosecuted yet and they are awaiting trial, are they in jail?
Yeah.
So they're awaiting prosecution. Takes a little time.
Yeah.
Jeannie
But
can't-
I mean,
No, that's a good point. So, I mean, to your point, like the interpretation of that, of the 14th Amendment can be very misconstrued, right?
agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It kind of means that everybody gets to have a chance to make a living and
And it means that you got the
Chance.
right
yeah.
to fight, to party,
Party too, yeah.
Party in the USA.
party in the USA.
That's what
Oh,
Miley
oh,
was
oh, oh.
saying for all those years. That's what Miley was saying.
Yes. Very good.
Yeah. Very interesting. You know, like in terms of being born on the soil, I think that's definitely something that's coming up a lot in the political debate as well.
Being what?
Born on the soil.
in the United States.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you're supposed to be born in the United States, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
To be president?
As that's written, right? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there it is.
There it is, black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd have to make an amendment for that, wouldn't they?
Mm-hmm.
I think the Constitution, as like even the amendment, when was that 14th Amendment ratified?
Oh, gee whiz, that was a long time ago. Lincoln's time, I think, or shortly after. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was essential to
For the
so
freedom
that
of the.
so the black
Right.
population was not what did they have, 3/5 or something like that,
Yeah, they needed more
2/3.
full, yeah. Which is so bizarre to me. I don't know.
yeah,
It's so hard to even imagine that.
Yeah.
As a person, well, that's no longer true. That was written to make sure they were full blood.
Do you believe that the amendments as well as the Constitution can be, much like the Bible, formed to be whatever your opinion is, and you can lay on that, and say, well, the 14th Amendment says this,
Yeah.
and you can take it word for word, and if you break it out word for word, that can have many interpretations within that, So a question I asked you earlier was, is the Constitution, this would be interesting for you probably, is the Constitution going to be followed by things that are non-human?
Now we're off on the AI again. Yeah,
Does the Constitution only apply to human?
I would think so.
So what does that do to AI?
I mean, it has to be in some sort of parameter, right? I mean,
Yeah, I would think
thou
so.
shalt not kill. We can't just because you're a robot doesn't mean you can go around murdering people.
Well,
But if that robot did that, what would his price be? You would just take him apart.
Just unplug that guy.
yeah,
No, disassemble.
off switch.
Yeah. I mean, but if it's truly another species, you would assume like another species would also have to adhere to the laws of the land.
True. Then that needs to be rewritten.
It
Extraterrestrial and otherwise.
probably
Yeah.
need more amendments to take care of the AI and any new species that may arise. Whether it's developed mechanically or
Or it's
otherwise.
green with big eyes.
Green. But
It's
we do
coming.
have the 9 people, the Supreme Court, to when it comes to the last interpretation, they're the ones that get to say. I think
Yeah, and they're human.
they are human.
Very human.
Yeah, and
That's freaky.
yeah.
Yeah.
So AI, we're back to the Argentine president and what he had to say,
Right.
and his thing about socialism and freedom, and not, and then that sparked
Bless
a
me.
discussion amongst the panel there that they had about AI. And most of them, well, you saw it, most of them said it would probably be a good thing, huh? Except one guy.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
What
one
did-
guy said, well, what if they do bad stuff? What do we do then?
I think that has to be in consideration here, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And right now we don't know what we don't know, which is a little concerning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another idea.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. This just came in the mail, and there's a article in here about AI safety.
Hmm.
And this is Science News. If you'd like to read that article, you could pick one up and read it, because it's just several pages in there. and it has to do with,
Chatbot.
yeah, I'm not supposed to do that, but I don't know if I'm supposed to do it or not.
Chatbot behaving badly, it
Yeah,
says.
yeah,
Whoa.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it talks a lot about that in there, and I haven't read it yet.
Interesting. Huh.
Researchers investigate AI safety concerns.
Yeah.
You could probably Google that too, folks. It's by Emily Conover, Conover, Science News.
Conover.
Conover.
There is also a thing in here. See if I can remember what it
AI's
said.
IQ.
AI is an IQ. Well, this clinical psychologist who is used to doing, that's you send for adults and children and teenagers, they're used to doing the intelligence tests. So it's fairly reliable what he would get. And what he found out on us, and you can get that's also in Scientific American, and a lot of these science magazines have this stuff going on all the time. Anyway, what he found out was that the AI had an IQ of 155 with language. But when they shifted to something else, they said, I didn't know because it was out of context. Needed a context. And what it also says there is the average American college graduates 113.
113. So the average college admin
Yeah.
is 113, and ChatGPT is 115 or 155.
How much?
155.
Well, the AI had 155, but he couldn't make sense out of the other one because it was out of context.
Gotcha.
So he was trying to find out what you had to watch out for. Well, if you put in a word and it comes back like that, you got something going on there.
Interesting.
Yeah. So the some of the IQs that are down here. You got, IQs go like this,
Gotcha.
and most of them are in the middle. And then you've got 15 points, 30 points, 45 points, that sort of thing. And very few are over here. It's about 5%.
Gotcha.
I believe is what it is. So, but they outstrip most college-educated people.
Interesting.
Talk faster.
Yeah.
So so that's something to watch out for, isn't it?
Interesting.
Yeah. We have kids that are 15, 30 points ahead there, So they're down here in this. Then there's the one that's with this 1 in 1,000. It's a very small 0.00, whatever. So anyway, that was just a piece of information that I came across. I thought I'd share with y'all.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
And as we develop this AI situation, there's things to watch out for. And I don't know how we're going to do that.
I don't know how we're going to do that either. One step at a time, I guess.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
React. We have to be a little bit reactive. You can be proactive with like some of the setting things in place that show
Yeah.
that chatbot wrote that paper or that there's dissertation or this,
Yeah.
that, and the other thing.
Yeah.
But there's gonna always be somebody that's got a way around it, man.
Yeah.
It's just there are as many hackers trying to figure out how to get through the rules as there are people making the rules. So that's a challenge, in my opinion. It's gonna get worse and it's gonna get worse and it's gonna get worse. But the great news is my grandchildren's generation is they're gonna thrive. They're gonna thrive because I think we're probably getting ready for a correction. So they will have seen the high and the low and they'll utilize their brains and they'll
Yeah.
figure out common thinking. That's what we're all missing in this country is common thinking.
Common sense.
Common sense, but coming together, meeting in the middle. Like him and I had a conversation this morning about when you don't see somebody else's point of view. Instead of just having your point of view and he has his point of view and that's it and we can't be friends anymore, right? He's got to come my way a little bit to try and understand my point of view and I have to come his way to understand his point of view for us to have a common ground.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot more of that happening, hopefully, because my kids, that generation, is teaching their kids that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool to see.
I think in a very serious matter, you're going to need panels or people to kind of keep track. It's like referees.
Guardians. Yeah, guardians almost.
Yeah, but referees at a game, they say what goes, what can't go.
Guardians of the AI.
Guardians of the AI. The
You
new
heard it here
movie,
first.
The new Marvel.
Guardians of the AI.
Guardians of the
They
artificial
probably already
intelligence.
started one out there.
Sidebar,
now.
chatbots.
What are we going to do now?
Behaving badly.
We got it now. What are we going to do?
You know.
Bring in an arbiter. We need a referee in the black and white shirts with a whistle.
Yeah.
Toot, toot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who will that be?
Who knows, right? Who knows?
That's a good question. We'll probably elect them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
for sure.
They'll have to elect them.
elected officials.
Well, good stuff,
Yeah,
Dad.
very good.
So what do you want to talk about next week, you think?
Well, I got a bunch of stuff about the Sufis here.
I think that's a whole episode.
Yeah, we can do that next time, and
And I'm going to find some information out on the Sufis, and so is he. So we'll do some Googling and get some information to ask you some questions about Sufis.
okay, the Sufi term didn't come out until 1821, and that was the Germans did that.
Were you like 3?
Hmm? Yeah, and that's the whole thing about how Sufism moves from the Middle East to the West. It's over there now, but it's, you know any Sufis?
I can't say that I do.
You might not know you do.
Oh, do I
Yeah.
know one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They were kind of also known as mystics, but we're going to Google that.
Yeah.
And we'll have some questions for you next week on that.
Okay, that'd be
Very
good. That'd
Yeah.
be good. But I thought it was important to mention this stuff on AI.
Absolutely.
It keeps coming around. Coming
does.
Scientific America, great magazine, and Science News.
And
Great magazines.
Both with pictures of birds on them this week.
Both with birds.
The parrot
The parrot
is smart.
is smart. That's why you call me Little Parrot.
Little parrot.
And we'll find out whether they are smarter than the raven.
Oh.
Oh,
The raven has turned out to be the smart bird.
okay.
And the little brother we see around here, we don't see a lot of ravens, but we see
Crows.
crows.
Mm.
And they're smart. And they all get together on a tree
Mhm.
and talk all at the same time. And it's deafening.
Like having the grandkids together.
And it's also hard on the person that has to clean up the ground.
Yeah, no joke. No joke.
Crows and ravens don't have any thought for that, you know.
Yeah.
But their smart bursts are so off, I don't.
Okay.
Read that.
Talk about that next week, maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Thanks again, gang.
Have a
Yeah.
good day.
Hey, shoot him an email. What is it?
The Ivan 1933
At Gmail.
gmail.com,
He'd love to hear from you.
I believe.
It's theivan1933
Yeah.
at gmail.com.
Yeah.
Shoot him an email. He'd love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like and subscribe to the Ivan Files.
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll see you next week.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one. And a safe